Hey, you guys, welcome. This is Uniquely She. Yeah, that's me. If it ain't him, her, or them, then yes, it's possibly moi. Okay. Today I wanted to do a bit of research on um, like uh, the history, um, disability stories throughout history, like before I was born. But I noticed the stories that I've seen, of course, the platforms behind it probably would copyright their videos, so can't do that. Um, I wish I could. Hopefully, I'll find one when not right now. I find one later on, and I'll be able to share that with y'all. But for right now, I was thinking about this comedian, and I believe I met him. I forget his name exactly, but I believe I found a video with him in it, and he's actually, well, I thought he was funny. He may not be funny to you guys, but I thought he was hilarious. And I'm trying to think, what platform did I see him on or I catch him on? Because like, even the fact of him reaching out to me made me feel good. Like, okay, I mean, um, I don't know. I just sometimes I see me as this little tiny person, but let's just get to the video. I'm end up talking too much. Let's just get into the video. No, that's not it. Where's the video? There it is. Okay, I think it's him. Michael O'Connell. I believe he's it, and I hope this page is not copyrighted. Cause I'm gonna be a little. Oh, I got the chills. I'm gonna be a little screwed if it is. Honestly. And I would not like that to happen, you know? Oh my god, it's gonna take forever. I don't know. Okay, it's getting there. On my behalf, I apologize for my slow acting Wi Fi. And
All right, your next comedian, we had to break him.
Oh, it's just slow Wi Fi.
Out of the hospital for this gig. You can check his Facebook, I'm not lying. Michael O'Connell, coming up to the stage now, is one of my favorite guys to travel with, and not just because we get to park wherever the fuck we want. Though I will admit that is nice. There's a weird thing when you hang out with a dude in a wheelchair where people give you this strange sort of credit, like you're some sort of nice civil servant or something, you know? Like, shit, I hang out with him because he's funny and he's got cigars, but if you want to give me credit, I'll take it. All right. Please welcome to the stage the very funny, my good friend Michael O'Connell!
I believe this is him. I hope this is him.
Thank you very much. How about a hand for the wheelchair lifter guys, huh? Yeah. See, I always have to have people to lift me up on stage at any comedy show. Usually, sometimes I have to use other comedians. Comedians, by and large, not in the best of shape. It's a little bit dangerous.
And I do want to add, hold on, let me pause this.
So, yes, my name is Michael O'Connell. I'll be your wheelchair comedian.
And I do want to add, even if this isn't him, it's still much love and support and respect. So I do want to add that.
Comedian this evening. I use the term wheelchair comedian when people ask what it is I do for a living. It's frankly, I've just gotten tired of people snickering when I tell them I'm a stand-up comedian. Yeah, that just keeps getting funnier every time they say it. But as you've seen and as you know about this group, the Comedians with Disabilities Act, everybody in this group has got some kind of disability or another. But let's be honest, whose picture is on the parking sign?
That's true.
Not trying to brag. I'm just saying, it's pretty obvious who the Justin Timberlake of this group is. Because there is a food chain in the disability world. I don't know if you knew that. Some people don't. It goes wheelchairs, blindness, whatever the hell's wrong with Gary Busey. Nobody knows. I have muscular dystrophy, by the way, which is really the best dystrophy for your money, in my opinion. That's the reason I'm in the wheelchair. Some people are curious. Some people are like, yeah, we don't care. This isn't VH1 behind the wheelchair. You don't need the backstory. Just tell us some jokes. You probably know Muscular Dystrophy Fest from our telethon. It comes out around Labor Day, the Jerry Lewis telethon. Only it's not the Jerry Lewis telethon anymore. Did you catch that? Jerry Lewis got fired. They fired Jerry Lewis from the Jerry Lewis telethon. I did not see that coming. And that was tough on me, man, because I grew up watching the telethon. You know, I would stay up all night as a kid and I'd go through the whole thing. And it was always the best part at the very end. Jerry would get up on stage there in Vegas and he would close out the show by doing a really emotional rendition of Frank Sinatra's You'll Never Walk Alone. Again, would close out the Muscular Dystrophy Telethon with a song whose title begins with the words, You'll Never Walk. God's sake, Jerry. Couldn't have picked a better Sinatra song for the High Hopes. How about High Hopes? It's nice for the kids. Or bare minimum, how about That's Life? Yeah. People get a little weird around you when you're in a wheelchair. Let me give you an example. Some people out there really like to push wheelchairs. They do. Now, for the most part, I'm all for this. The problem I have is when complete strangers decide they want to try it out. Because they do. I'll just be sitting there minding my own business, and suddenly someone will come up behind me, grab on, and start pushing. Next thing you know, I'm 2 blocks away, wondering where the hell the ATM machine went. Okay, hey, I am not a shopping cart. You don't just grab the closest one and take off of the deli counter. Okay. B, there's a legal term for what they're doing. It's called kidnapping. Anytime you take someone somewhere they don't want to go against their wishes, that's grounds to issue an Amber Alert. or whatever they call it for grown men in wheelchairs. Stephen Hawking alert. I don't know what you call it. There should be a name for it. So let me maybe give you guys some help with this so you can avoid this problem with your four-wheel friends in the world out there. And forgive me for this, I'm sorry, but I want you to think of the handles on the back of a wheelchair as breasts. No, stay with me. In that, you need to adhere to a similar set of rules. Okay? Rule number 1, if you don't know the person they're attached to, probably shouldn't be touching them in the first place.
That's true.
Rule number 2, take the time to let it happen naturally. Slow down, cowboy. Get to know the person first. Establish a connection. At some point, you'll both know the time is right. And rule number 3, this is going to end up with me getting manhandled anyway. Can you at least buy me a drink first?
It's crazy.
That wheelchair pushing thing, it's a little extreme, it's a little weird, but the people involved, their heart is in the right place. There's still people trying to help out.
Yeah.
And it's nice because sometimes we do need help.
Right.
In supermarkets, for example. If you're in a wheelchair, every single food item or package you want is going to be on the top shelf, guaranteed.
Yes.
The only
Yes.
thing you're going to be able to reach is like tampons and matzo balls.
Facts.
That is it. Now, they have store employees to help you out with this kind of thing in theory, but I've never really been comfortable with that. Have you ever noticed that supermarkets tend to hire like disturbingly hot high school girls to work there? Yeah, men my age don't want to talk to high school girls. Since Dateline NBC, we don't want to be in the same building with high school girls. Just in case Chris Hansen is hiding in the frozen food section. See, employees of businesses can be helpful, but sometimes when you're in a chair, they can be a little condescending, maybe. Like it was in this place the other day. This girl was like, "Is there anything else I can do to help you? Are you sure? Because you shouldn't be embarrassed to ask for help. We all need help sometimes, don't we?" I was like, "Lady, can you please just finish the damn lap dance? I got Sharks tickets tonight."
Oh man.
It's not true. I didn't have Shark tickets. I can't afford those. I'm a comedian. Come on. Sometimes, working with the Comedians with Disabilities Act, we have to travel from time to time. Sometimes a little far away. And if that's the case, then I have to fly. Wheelchairs and airplanes, not a great mix, not a good time, as some of you in here tonight know. Some of you others may disagree, maybe say, no, not so. I've seen you wheelchair people at the airport gates. You get to board the plane first, while the rest of us must wait. I don't really think you guys talk like that. I don't know why I'm doing that, boys. But it's true, we do get to board the plane first. For me, though, that's kind of like being...
I just want to add, I wish on the airplane, like say you was going on the plane in a manual chair, I wish they actually had like for the first seats, I wish they had like a lock-in like patch thing on a wall to like lock your chair in, so it'll like literally be right by you, if that's possible. But I'm just saying, I mean, hey.
First person in line on free colonoscopy day. Going first is not really a perk. So, but we do have to do that. I have to do that because this wheelchair does not fit down the aisle of an aircraft. So I have to get seated in those first couple of rows. Now that's great if it's the origin point of a flight and those are empty. But if it's a continuing flight and there's people already filled into those, I have to sit further back in the plane. And to use that, I have to use something called the aisle chair.
Yes.
Yeah, some people here know what I'm talking about. With
I don't like those.
Good Lord. For those of you who don't, let me break it down for you. Aisle chair is a chair, and I use the term loosely, about as wide as a skateboard.
Right. It's so
it's
little.
It's basically like a Tetris-shaped metal plank with little roller skate wheels on the bottom of it. And what they do is, they put me in this thing, and they strap my legs together so I don't fall off. And then they strap my arms together so my elbows don't hit people on the way by. And then they strap my back to the back of the thing, basically leaving me trussed up like Hannibal Lecter without the face mask. And then they drag me backwards down the aisle like a beverage cart. Now, this is all kind of awkward and humiliating just on its own. But the last time I flew, they got me all the way back to my row, and who had to be seated there all alone? Gorgeous young brunette, beautiful girl. Now, we've all flown before. What are the chances of actually getting seated next to someone attractive? Never happens. Never happens. I usually get sort of like the hairy Eastern European woman with the screaming baby. Baby's already got a mustache. Almost as thick as his mother's. Or the portly gentleman who smells of pork rinds and loneliness. Who has the least interesting life story ever. And yet has been commanded by God to share it with the world. I never get the hot girl. And the one time I finally do, I'm being dragged down the aisle, chained to some kind of dominatrix Bowflex. There's just no way to look cool after that. Now, to the girl's credit, though, she took it in stride. She did okay. She saw me, and she looked over, and she said hi. So I looked over at her. I said, "Hello, Clarice." Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. My name is Michael O'Connell. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Oh, he is funny.
Michael O'Connell!
Props.
Good stuff.
That was interesting. That was very interesting. He had me with the airplane, the aisle seat, and then in the grocery store, he definitely had me with that. But like I always say, be the best you can be, because you never know whose life you can bless. And by that, I don't always mean financially, because everybody wants some money. And by other means, I'll see you in the next video. But make sure you give me a big thumbs up, comment down below, and I'll see you soon. Peace.